Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 7, I believe we have here. We have Wild versus Hmnos Yaipen. Again, two teams we've already seen a lot of today. So I'm eager to look what they can do against each other here. Once again, joined by Gucci. We're still here together. He's still doing well.
Yeah, great to be casting with you, Dutch. Love to see Wild and Hmnos here in this game. They both have 4 points.
I don't think a single time you asked how I was doing this entire time.
I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. How are you, Dutch?
No. I heard that you'll be solo casting for the next.
I'm just trying.
No, I interrupted my dinner for this.
No, I was just both teams have 4 points right now, Dutch. So this is a pretty even matchup. Excited to see that. And of course, I care about how you're doing, buddy. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You've been doing it. It's been really fun.
Yeah, no, you're actually. Wait, is that correct? No. I think Hmnos Yaipen has 5 points right now. Oh. So Hmnos Yaipen has played 7 games.
Yes, I see that.
5 wins, 2 losses, and Wild has played 1 less game. Has played 4 wins and 2 losses. So they're really even right now. So this could actually be like for the number 4 spot. But anyway, let's cover the picks and the bans, of course. The 4 hookers or the 3 hookers, of course, bans. Torture, Pearl, Demand Shaman, Pyromance is, I think, a hero we haven't seen of a lot, right?
Yeah, so far we have not seen him this tournament, so good to see him picked up.
I guess his ultimate is very single target focused, so it doesn't actually provide much. But if he gets staff,
yeah, exactly. And then in the meantime, if he's just focused on his PK and stunning the whole team, he's a great initiator, so, great follow up on any initiation as well.
I would say follow up more than initiation.
Yeah,
I don't like pyro initiation. It's so slow.
With a PK?
Yeah, even with a PK. People can react before you can actually get your PK no stun off.
Yeah, they can tablet it. You're right.
Most of the time, in FOC, for example, the enemy carry can get his shrunk enough if they have a feeling you're in the area.
Yeah,
and then
you
PK it
cooldown time.
Yeah, but you PK it in as a pyroman, so that's the problem. So you're just instantly dead if you do that.
I don't know. Love PK on Pyro, but some people don't like it. Some people just like to harass from the back.
No. I like it. But I think Pyromancer needs to be played up as a follow-up.
I see.
Like an engineer, maybe even a torture or something.
Have a main initiator first.
Exactly. Like a behemoth, something to set up so you can hit your stun on the Pyromancer. Because the Pyromancer stun is, of course, really powerful. With a 2.5 second stun on an 8 seconds cooldown. Anyway, so we see also a Rift Walker here. I think that's a hero we have seen once or twice before. I don't know how well it did, but of course, Rift Walker is some kind of utility with very long range. So I can see it work out for sure. Do you think they need some frontliners or something?
Yeah, of course. Frontline is very, very important in games like this.
Speaking of frontline, there you have him, Lodestone. I don't think Lodestone is a hero we have seen at all either. And I can see why. The ultimate is so difficult to actually get off. Because you need 5 seconds, and usually you spend 5 seconds in the trees somewhere, while someone is farming a wave or something. But in Midwars, that's so difficult. You don't have that opportunity to do that.
Right now, I'm really loving how Legion has a lot of initiation and protection from initiation with Pearl, but I feel like they're missing a carry, a physical damage carry. So I'm hoping to see one on that side.
What would you suggest?
There's a lot of really great ones available. Arachna, Clanks.
Is Clanks a physical damage carry?
Clanks, yeah. I would think so. Corrupted, Silhouette, Andro. If you wanted to go melee, which you do have 3 other range heroes, you could go melee carry if you wanted. I would go like Hammer, Berserker.
What about FA?
Yeah, I mean, FA is just boring to me. You just kind of sit in the back and auto attack.
Yeah, but FA is like insanely strong still.
Yeah. For me, I love mobility. So like, I don't like just being in the back autoing. I like that last game, like how Taro kind of positioned himself. If I was playing, maybe I should just play Forsaken more aggressively. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like FA, especially with like a null Fireblade, is just really good because you drain like the strength heroes of their mana. And like that makes, like, especially early on, it makes them just useless after like they use their spells. You don't have to go for them anymore because they just don't have mana to do anything else. In Midwars, sure. I do believe that's like less of an issue, but it's still just really strong for that purpose.
Yeah, Forsaken's like, always been quite strong.
Yeah, FA also have like as the big ultimate, you know?
Yeah, she farms creeps fast. She does damage fast. She has a great ultimate that combos with the team. She drains mana with the Nullfire Blade across the entire team with the auto attack.
Now that's a carry.
Very versatile. Yeah, Shadow Blade's a nice physical pickup carry. So, I think both teams have good balanced damage between physical and magic. The only thing is that Hellborn is kind of missing a front line versus Legion has Lodestone kind of tanking, with Shadow also being a pretty good backup tank.
I guess you have a Gladiator that can maybe play the frontliner. But if he plays frontliner, then he has like less opportunity to play carry. Yeah,
exactly. And then leaving all of the carry to kind of Pyro and Vindy there. Vindy mainly. And then Vindy going magic is like...
Yeah.
It just means like they just have to really go Shrunkins and Barrier to stay alive against this team, which I think Lodestone won't mind getting a Barrier for his team here. And if Shadowblade is, strong enough, he might not even need the Shrunken, but I would recommend he goes a Shrunken. So.
But I mean, like, Vindicator does true damage, though.
Hail and well met, Paragon.
Vindicator does do true damage, but a lot of times you do see Vindicators going Archons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, like, this true damage in general, like, in the late game is just insane. And also, like, every time a hero dies, like, Vindicator gets, like, 1 intelligence or something. So, at the end, I can imagine that, like, stacking up a lot. Well, like, in Force of Kaldar, that actually, like, never matters. It's kind of funny. The same thing with, like, with the what's his face? The Calamity. Where in Force of Kaldar, like, the E, the stealing stats from enemies is, like, neglectable.
Yeah.
Here in Midwars, you can easily get like 60 or like 60 agility stolen from the enemies. It's like an entirely different ability.
Calamity is really good sometimes in this game. If you know how to play them, like, you just have to be at the right distance all the time.
Yeah, you need to stay alive. That's the most important thing, I think.
Oh, Rift coming in, but Shadowblade getting stunned by the Gladiator will get caught. Alonia and Pyro following up with some AoE damage, but Shadowblade able to make it alive with the Pearl saves. D-Sham kind of getting stuck up there, taking half damage is just fine. Both teams kind of harassing, saying, hey, maybe we can pick someone, trying to see if they can. But, both supports doing a great job keeping their teams alive.
Yeah, that's defense supports coming through, right?
Yeah, so shout out to Love You 3000 and Batman. Rift's coming in with an initiation, Load stunning on top, Glad in trouble now, but so is Load. Load making it back with the showdown, Glad almost dying with literally 20 HP will make it out just fine.
He had a cape though.
Oh, okay, nice. Legion playing very aggressive here. Staying in the river, trying to show dominance and trying to maintain rune control. Will take the first Merrick's. Trying to get the second one as well. Rift coming in with these beautiful initiations, keeping Legion pushback. Load coming in with the stun on Gladiator. Disham trying to keep his Gladiator alive. Pyro with a beautiful counter stun on Shadowblade and Torture, and a wave will take one down and get the first blood. Torture trying to make it out alive will get denied by Pearl there. Beautiful deny by Lovey 3000. Score now 1-0 in Hellborn's favor. Yeah, go ahead.
If you get denied, I don't think you lose anything, right? So like, I don't think the enemies gets anything.
No.
It's like, of course, like in normal modes, you still at least like lose gold and stuff.
No, you don't lose anything. Denies are awesome in this mode. You want to deny your team all the time. You respawn super fast and you're back in the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't even really get like that much advantage in general. If you,
it's much faster than having to go back to the well, heal,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Come back. Yeah. Pearl with a beautiful follow-up there on the Rift pull, trying to trap the Vindicator, but Vindicator won't make it out just fine. Pyro doing a little bit of harass, but I mean the Legion harass with the Rift is just phenomenal. He's able to out-harass the Pyro and the Gladiator and the Alonia with just a Rift Walker there, really, like doing a lot of the work there. And Torture,
the Rift Walker is doing like a lot of work, yeah.
Torture being played by Zell Moron here. Doing a great job following up on the Rift and pulling him together, keeping him trapped, which is nice to see.
Torture actually getting 1 point in W, which is a little bit surprising. Because I don't think the W ever does like, well, anything realistically. In general, like you're not going to actually like, oh, that might be the
with an initiation. Glad with a nice trap on Torture. Pyro following up, trying to do a little bit of damage. Rift with the counter, saying, hey, if you're going to come on my team, I'm going to start doing damage to you. Torture staying in the river where he shouldn't be. Pyro with a beautiful stun on Torture, keeping him trapped. Vindy with a nice follow-up there will get his second kill, making the score 2-0. Giving kills to Vindy is not very smart, because Vindy is going to be able to do a lot of work with that late game, so...
Yeah, so the Torture there, he was waiting to pick up the Region Rune, but when because he wanted to go back to full, you know? But then he noticed that he still has the Demented Shaman dot, the Q from on him, and he just waited a little bit too long.
That's Batman, he's doing a fantastic job this game, really just like baiting and making sure that his team stays alive, using his abilities at the perfect time. Like,
yeah, the cape is just like a huge heal at the moment. It's so important.
Alright, Glad with another stun on Pearl there. Pearl trying to get out a little bit, but Load saying, hey, I'm going to tank for you and we'll stun in. And was able to take out the Vindy, getting the kill for Legion. Some nice counter initiation there by Luffer. Lodestone.
A lot of back and forth, right?
Yeah. Looks good. It's you know, both teams kind of playing patiently, but still trying to initiate as soon as they see someone out of position. So no one really getting too aggressive. Oh, Rift with a big ult coming in here. Nice pull. Doing a lot of damage. Alonia trying to counter ult. Pearl with a big save. Will save 4 of his team members. Low trying to get in the bubble. Will not get in on time. Shadowblade manning up, going into the tower, diving in and getting that kill on Alonia. Will also get a pick on the Disham there. Pyro trying to get the regen, getting stopped by the Lodestone, stunned. Pyro getting a stun, might be able to make it out just fine. Doing a little wave, will just be fine because of the Disham heals. Pyro going back in with his team, saying, hey, this fight's not over yet, I'm going to keep helping out. Will auto, will stun, and wave here. Gladiator coming in, trying to pick off this Lodestone, saying, hey, okay, Lodestone's too tanky, let me go back to my team. Lodestone coming in, doing a stun on Pyro and Vindy. Torture with a follow-up stun on the Pyromancer. Pyro countering with another stun. Pyro in trouble, will fall. Beautiful heal and asphyxiate there by Pearl. Shadowblade also doing a lot of damage. Will lead back to the Pearl for safety. Baiting the Gladiator onto the Legion side. Gladiator trying to make it back to his team with a nice showdown there. Lodestone coming in with a beautiful stun on Vindicator and Demented. Pyro with a beautiful counter stun on the Pearl. Pearl will fall with the Alonia. Lodestone trying to get away will also fall. Hellborn doing massive work here. Score now 8-6. Torture trying to get away. Pyro doing a wave and a stun. Glad with the showdown will make sure Torture doesn't get away and Torture will fall. Score now 9-6. 6-9 if you will, Giggity.
Really? Really? Alright. That looked like really even for very long. And then like all of a sudden I blinked and like the entire Legion team was dead. I don't know. It seemed like that to me. Like both. Blame the ping. That's how we do it. Naturally. I mean, I guess that, like, especially in a mode like Midwars, ping can of course be very annoying. But
both teams just really using a lot of AoE skills to initiate here, just keeping the fight in constant action. There's like so much initiations and counter initiations, stuns and counter stuns, heal and then more heals.
Yeah, I'm surprised by like how much impact the Riftwalker actually has with a Q. Like the Q from the Riftwalker is actually doing so much work.
Huge harass potential. It's got a very strong range, and before you could even get like a Jade Spire and it was just like annoying, you know. So now without the Jade Spire, it's actually much better to handle the Riftwalker.
I mean, yeah, I could see that, but like still, Riftwalker is one of the few heroes that can actually like initiate from very long range. I think the bigger difference is like that. Oh, going in.
Glad coming in with an ulti, nice stun ulti on the Riftwalker, and the Torture. They will both fall. Pearl trying to save his team will do a good job saving too, but Pyro coming in with the stun, trying to trap the lodestone. Will they have enough damage? No. They will actually get counter stun on the Hellborn side, but Rift coming in with a beautiful stun ult combo will get silenced by the Vindy. Wonderful silence by Ozma. And they will actually take a kill on top of that with the Pyro wave Torture. And Shadow will fall. The score now 6-14 in favor of Hellborn. Hmnos just doing a fantastic job this game with not only initiating but also counter initiating against any of the Riftwalker or Lodestone's nonsense that are coming their way. As I'm complimenting them, Pyro overextends into the Legion side and gets picked.
You just have to say
the
something.
Score now 7-14.
You just had to say something.
All right, Lodestone trying to tank for the team here, but they're ignoring the load, going straight for the Pearl, which they should be doing, and Pearl will fall. Wonderful job by Pyro and Dsham focusing him down. Riftwalker trying to get away with the tablet. Will make it out just fine. The score now 7-15 in favor of Hellborn. It looks like Legion is really trying to initiate here, and which is fine, but Shadow is only 2 and 3. Doesn't have too much damage quite yet, but Hellborn's not going to give him any room to breathe. Load tanking up for the team. Glad with a huge ult on top. Rift coming in with the Q, pulling them all together. We'll take out the illusions. Hellborn now coming in, trying to take out Legion, but Pearl with a big ult will try and save his team. Load outside the bubble will fall again. Pearl trying to get away will also fall. Riftwalker trying to get away will also fall. Legion just wiping one by one. Torture, Gladiator, Vindicator, all just doing an immense job trapping, silencing Pyro with the follow-up stunts and the waves, making sure that Legion just cannot get away. Wiping the floor with them at this fight, like 7-21 Hellborn, or 7-20 Hellborn in advantage, 8-20 Hellborn advantage. Fantastic job, both teams, but fantastic job to Hmnos.
Yeah, like I really want to compliment like the way where they saw the Riftwalker ultimate, and instead of like everyone walking back, they all like ran different directions. They all like just focused on splitting up, because you know the Legion team has a lot of abilities that like groups them together. So as long as like the Riftwalker ultimate only hits like one person, it's like fine. It's more than fine. And actually in that team fight there, Riftwalker didn't even hit a single person with his ultimate. So that was like really well played by them.
Riftwalker in trouble there, getting caught by the Gladiator, will fall with the help of Pyro. And Dsham doing massive work here. That's going to be Batman. Hellborn being really aggressive, pushing on the tower. Lodestone saying, hey, back up off my tower. I'd rather tank instead. You can take me. Lodestone taking a ton of damage for his team, trying to survive, but Hellborn just doing way too much AoE magic damage, taking out Legion over and over again. Legion just not having enough magic armor here. Load trying to get the barrier in time. You know, it looks like Shadowblade is rushing the Shrunken Head. and Lodestone tanking for the team. Pearl with a beautiful ulti, trying to keep her team alive, but is it going to be enough? Glade with a huge whip. Pearl with a nice Astro and E for healing will keep her team alive. Shadowblade trying to get a kill here on the Gladiator, but Gladiator has his team backing him up. Gladiator saying, hey, I'm not done with this fight yet. Shadowblade will actually take the pick on that with the help of Pearl. So beautiful. Score now 11-25. Legion getting a couple kills there because of Lodestone's beautiful initiation and manning up as a tank. Beautiful frontlining by Lodestone, and that is going to be Luffer manning up for his team. A nice follow-up by Natura and the rest of his team there. So good job to Legion by getting a few picks in a situation where you're down by over 15 kills, right? And you're still taking 2 kills for 0 in a fight. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like in general, like the Shadow Blades, I'm noticing just really doesn't offer too much in his team fights, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a huge tablet actually.
Rift tried to tap it out, but with the Gladiator shot down, came right back. Torture trying to tank for the team, but really should be Lodestone's job and just fell. Lodestone in the back, which should not be the case. Lodestone trying to get away here with the rest of his team. I guess everyone's retreating. Hellborn just really being aggressive, saying, hey, you might have taken 2, but we're not going to let that slide this time. So they took 2 back plus a tower, and they're initiating non-stop, making it hard for Legion to even catch a breath, let alone myself. Hellborn doing a lot of work. Torture getting caught by the showdown and by the stun will fall. So Gladiator is going to be Hayabusa, doing a fantastic job with these initiations, catching them out with the showdown, stunning them on top, saying, hey, Pyro, follow up. Rift with a beautiful stun, saying, hey, you guys are pushed up a little bit too far. Let me ult on top of you and catch you for my team. Pearl trying to catch the D-Sham out. Load with another stun on top of the D-Sham, but Pyro saying, hey, back up off my D-Sham. D-Sham might just make it out just fine. Pearl popping ult a little too early there. Rift trying to catch someone, will catch no one. With Hellborn with the full advantage here. Pearl ult down, is going to push up on this team and probably wipe. Here comes Pyro with 1 kill. Alonia with the second one following up on the Shadowblade. Vindy coming up, saying, okay, creeps are here, let's take these creeps, and then we're going to try and get this last 3. Here comes Pyro with a beautiful ulti that spreads from Lodestone to the Pearl. Riftwalker trying to get away, will get auto-attacked down by the Vindy from far away, and he will not make it out alive. Score now 11-32 in favor of Hellborn. Fantastic job to Hmnos by playing so aggressive and not giving Legion any time to kind of come back, farm, get Kong, do anything, but stay in their base and worry when they're going to get hit next. So,
like, do you know those auction guys like in America? That, like as the thing goes on, they keep talking faster and faster and faster. Like some actual rap gods. Yeah, exactly. Because as the team fight was going on and kept going on, you had to start talking faster and faster to keep up. I feel you absolutely.
Here we go, guy with another catch. Beautiful catch on the Riftwalker. Riftwalker won't make it out alive. He'll get stunned out. Load saying, hey, okay, if you're going to initiate, I got to try and do something. We'll try and stun one, but his life will probably fall for it. Torture trying to back up the load will also fall too. Great counter initiations by Hellborn there. You got Pyro, Torture, Vindy. I'm sorry, Pyro, Alonia, Vindy. All doing wonderful work, keeping Legion from getting anywhere. This looks like a very one-sided game now, and I think if it was me, I'd be dropping the G's. Both teams played wonderful, but Hmnos, man, just fantastic job being aware of what's going on. Vindy using the silence at the right moments, and just being aware of when Rift is coming in, where Lodestone is coming in. The teams were constantly kind of split in 2 to 3s and fighting 2 fights at the same time constantly, you know, because one person was initiating somewhere, one person was hunting somewhere. There's just a lot of action going on this entire team.
Yeah, and also just like people constantly porting back in these like prolonged team fights.
And my MVP this game is going to go to Batman. Even though everyone else was doing all the initiating and all the hunting, like Batman just fantastic job with the timings on the saves this game, making sure that he had vision, making sure that his team stayed alive, getting the early Astra. I mean, he just did.
You're absolutely right.
Great job.
Because like you have to keep in mind with the Pearl, or with the Demand Shaman against Pearl, that you have to use the cape in a way that it does not get purged by the Pearl Q.
Yeah.
So if you use cape too fast, like it's gonna get purged. If you use cape too late, you know, he's gonna die.
He's walking away with 36 assists this game, I think, something like that. So Or 41
not over yet.
assists. Yeah.
Not yet, at least.
42 assists. So.
Oof. That's a big ultimate.
I mean, it's pretty good. I think he deserves an MVP in my opinion. But,
yeah, absolutely.
Both teams played fantastic. Also, shout out to Hayabusa. I mean, those stuns were phenomenal. Like, really caught him off guard all the time. So he was just non-stop showdown stun, showdown stun, showdown stun, and just make sure that Pyro, Alonia, Vindy were able to follow.